Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, so I've had a couple people ask about Tom Emmer. He's one of the multitudes of people throwing their hat in the ring for consideration as the next speaker. Now, this fellow is the number 2 or 3 Republican in the House. He's a whip, and he has Kevin McCarthy's backing as the man who understands the process and can unify the Republican Party in the House. Okay, so I went to Wikipedia, that well-known font of information, and looked up this guy. Yuck. He voted against legislation for BPA, the plastic in children's products that causes health concerns. He's against enforcement of bullying against gay and lesbian young people. He thinks that climate and environment change are a hoax. Supports copper nickel mining, digital cryptocurrency. He's a big fan of cryptocurrency. Now, mind you, cryptocurrency, for whatever it does, it's a great way to launder money. Just saying. He wanted to make periods that you lose your license for drunk driving less stringent. You'd lose it for less. So much for law and order, right? He had a Fire Pelosi machine gun video where he's shooting a machine gun with the caption #Fire Pelosi above it. He wants to repeal the Affordable Care Act. He wants to get rid of Minnesota's minimum wage laws. Immigration, I didn't have to read on that one. I think I know the answer to that one. Wants to get rid of same-sex marriage. Of course, he wants the state to nullify federal laws. He opposes tax increases. He was one of 126 Republicans who signed on the bill of Texas versus Pennsylvania, where Texas was trying to argue Pennsylvania's election results. How do you on the one hand have state sovereignty, and then on the other hand, you're trying to have one state tell another state what they can do with their elections? Contradiction much? All right. As you can tell, I find this person to be distasteful. I don't know how the Democrats would say this is somebody they want to work with. Oh, by the way, he voted along with the Trump administration 91.5% of the time, which, according to Wikipedia, puts him about the midpoint range of Republicans. And the only thing I have to ask is, what stuff did he not support with Trump? I mean, what was the thing that went too far for him? Because this guy's pretty far over to the right. All right, Tom Emmer, what's the energy around you and the nomination for the House Speaker, which is going to happen sometime next week? Let's see what's the energy around this guy is. He's looking at the House Speaker as an opportunity. That's funny because this card's come up for other people in the past. So I think I think he likes the Republican Party in its current iteration. Maybe he doesn't like the MAGA folks so much, but he likes where it's going, and he wants to continue rolling in that direction. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this guy. Yeah, and he absolutely wants to be the House Speaker, and he intends to rule with an iron fist on that. I'm going to be curious to see how many MAGA folks he can get behind him. It'll be curious. I will be very curious. Underneath it all is the Nine of Wands. It's going to be a battle to get the full 217 votes. Again, I think he has a lot of stuff that the MAGAs like. I don't know if he's crazy enough, though, for them. I don't know. I look at this and I can see where the members of the Republican Party would support him. And so I think, again, the people that won't support him would be the extremists in the MAGA Party. But it's going to be a battle for him, and he's not sure he can get over the top. So I don't know where the resistance is to him. In the past, the Tower, sudden endings. I think he's watched McCarthy get taken out quickly, and then Scalise couldn't rally people. Jordan couldn't rally people, and now he's looking at this opportunity falling in his lap. He did not think that this opportunity to be the House Speaker would ever get to him. So he's going to go forward and he's going to make the agreements with folks. I don't think he's going to get much, if any, Democratic support here. I don't think this is the unity candidate that the Democrats want from the Republicans. I don't think that's what this guy would do. But yeah, his trick is he's already reaching out to members of the Democratic Party to get a feel for where he falls in line on that one. And really, it's going to be, what do the MAGA folks think, and what do the Purple District people think of his politics? The overarching energy is the Queen of Wands. So we got a pair of queens here, Pentacles and Wands. This card always confuses me. Passion. I think he's got a passion. He might have a passion. I wonder if they question his passion for this job. The Queen of Wands is about passion and reduced passion. And, maybe for the MAGA crowd, he's not the firebrand that they want like Jim Jordan is. We'll see. Again, he voted along with the Republican Party and Trump like over 90% of the time, 91.5% of the time. I'm a little concerned with this guy. I think he might actually get the votes. Let's see. Lesson to be learned is the lovers. I'm back to the passion with this. Lovers like get passionate sometimes. And he might be what they consider to be a boring lover. Okay boyfriend, not great in bed. Sorry. For those of you watching this video, enjoying your morning cup of coffee, I'm sorry for any visuals that I just put into you on that one. Yeah, I think he might be a little bland. Not that Orville Redenbacher over there wouldn't be bland too, but we'll see. He's got a chance. Of all the people I've read so far, he seems to have the best chance. But, okay, here we go again. What does he have to give up to get the votes? Just like Scalise. So he's gonna fall in that same camp that Steve Scalise fell into. How much do you cave in to the MAGA extremists in the party? And do you do it at the expense of the Republican members in swing districts? So that's kind of what he has to balance in this. Okay. I have to say, I'm not excited. I'm not excited by this choice. I mean, from the Republican point of view, he seems like a solid candidate. I wonder if anything comes out on him. I mean, with Scalise, he pretty much torpedoed himself with the David Duke without the baggage. That's a pretty easy way to torpedo yourself. And Jim Jordan, I don't need to tell you how many times that guy. I'm surprised he has feet. He shot himself in the foot so many times. This fellow, though, there's some potential for him getting in. There's some real potential for him getting in. He won't get any Democrat support. None. This is not who the Democrats would want. This guy looks horrific. But then again, any legislation that he tries to get through, it's dead. It's dead on arrival in the Senate. The Senate won't even take it to the floor. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about legislation of, getting rid of Social Security or getting rid of gay rights and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about that, because even if he could unite the Republican Party to pass that, Schumer would never allow it on the floor in the Senate. And if by some procedural way it got on the floor in the Senate, Biden would veto it, and there aren't enough senators that could override that veto. So anything coming out of the House is dead on arrival in the Senate. The only things that are getting through are going to be budgets that are as bland as plain oatmeal. No flavor, but they'll provide sustenance. Anything that supports Israel and Ukraine in a war can get through, and the debt ceiling next year in January can get through. That's it. Or any other initiative that you can get bipartisan support for. Okay. What's the one thing Tom Emmer needs to do in order to get the majority votes of the Republican Party? Let's dive deeper into this guy here. What does he need to do? What does he need to focus on? Money. Things of value. He needs to dole out things that people want. We got the Six of Swords underneath it. Soothe. He's got to calm the emotions of people in swing districts, or this could be the emotions of MAGA. Justice card in the agreements and the Fool. Okay. What does he need to do? He needs to come in with basically things of value, offering committee assignments. Here's the hard part. When you first have the Speaker of the House come in, they can offer up committee assignments and stuff like that, heads of committees, to entice people to vote for you. But that's already been done. People are already set. So what else can he offer on this new journey to become the Speaker of the House? Elect me, I'm a new face. I can get things done. I can get the things that you value through. The question is he going to be truthful and honest and pragmatic? That's the key right there. If he lies like McCarthy, he'll be able to get in. If he's truthful and saying, hey, I know you want to get rid of the color purple out of the spectrum, but we can't do that. That's not a possibility. I can't change. I can't change the spectrum. I can't get rid of those nanometers that the color purple's in. If he does that, then he's going to lose people, and it's going to be the extremists, because the extremists only want what they want. So he's going to have to figure out, like everybody else, a way to walk that tightrope, that knife's edge of the MAGA faction versus the fantasy that the MAGA faction lives in and the real world that the rest of us live in. That's what he's going to have to do. And now I'm going to ask Spirit, will he succeed in doing it? Will he succeed? What does he do? Does he succeed? What does he do? Does he succeed? Does he lie and promise them the sun, the moon, the stars? See, that's where that Nine of Wands comes in, because he knows if he does that, he's going to put himself in a position where they're going to vote him out just like they did McCarthy, because he won't be able to deliver on his promises. And if he won't break the promises, they won't put him in. They don't live in reality. They just don't. Okay, what happens? What does he do? Does he get in? Okay, things happening fast. Things will happen quickly. Oh, hostage time. Does he really want to do? Does he want to be a hostage? Does he want to tie himself to these things? He has a decision he needs to make, and he has to be honest with himself. A pair of twos. Planning your next steps. I guess we need to get through the vote first. He has to make up his mind what he's going to do. He's got two ways he can go. If he promises them things, he's going to be held to account for those promises. And does he want to be held to account for those promises? Or is he going to just be, nope, this is the way it is on this one? And I think I'm not getting the idea that I think what's going to happen is he goes through a couple of votes he may not, you know what, he may not even get a vote to the floor. This is the type of person that they're going to have that secret vote, and he's going to win, 120 to 99, that type of thing. So he's going to get like as many votes as Scalise did against Jim Jordan. And then he's going to start talking with people, and I think he'll be able to convince more people than Scalise. And Scalise, I think, got further along than I expected he would. And I think this guy's going to get further along than even Scalise. But he's going to run into an impasse with certain members of the far-right group. That's what I think is going to happen, because he just won't promise them the things that they want. And I think, like Scalise, he's savvy enough to understand when he is going to be agreeing to a job that he can't possibly deliver on, and what the political repercussions would be for that. And I don't think he's got the ego that McCarthy had to take the job at all costs. He's going to be more like Scalise. So I suspect that they will they'll have a vote in the House, in the Republican caucus. He'll be presented as the candidate, and then he's going to spend a week lobbying the folks in the conference, maybe even shorter than that. It's going to be shorter than that. He's going to be lobbying the folks in the conference, and he's going to find out what the straw numbers are. It's going to be again, it's going to be like a 200 for him and 20 against, or 205 for him and 15 against. He's going to talk with those 15, and he's going to realize that, I can get 5 of them, but I can't get 10. I have to give up too much to get that second group of 5. And then quickly he ends his candidacy. It could very well be within, let's say if he gets nominated Monday, that by Thursday of the week he pulls out. 2 full days of lobbying, seeing where the numbers are, he'll pull out. He will not go to the floor without knowing the proper number of votes. There will not be a vote on this candidate unless he gives up the farm to the MAGAs. And he can certainly do that. It's free will choices. If he does that, then we'll see. But if he decides that, at least the way the cards look right here, he's not going to do that, you won't even see a floor vote. He'll take his name out, and it'll happen pretty quickly. Okay, so I did all right with predicting McCarthy being booted and Scalise being the first pick and Scalise not getting in and Jordan being the next pick and Jordan not getting in. Let's see if I can, if I read the cards right on this one. Thank you for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your likes and your shares and your comments and everything you do to feed the YouTube algorithm so that my video makes it out to newer viewers. To those new viewers, welcome to the channel. This is pretty much it. The low production quality that we have here. But hey, it's me into reading cards and throwing out political insights, and knock on wood, I'll be more accurate than not. Thank you for supporting my channel, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.